Hey, Travis, just a thought on the group you're going to go up against here tomorrow in Vegas and their strengths and what you've seen from them so far in the postseason and how different a challenge they might be from St. Louis.
We've been going through that today. Obviously haven't watched a lot of the games live. They're a really good team. I feel like I'm probably going to say a lot of the same things that I said last series. Probably one of the teams from the get-go that have been picked to win the Stanley Cup. Got a lot of depth on their group, good goaltending. They're a good team. I don't know what else I can really say about it except they're exactly what I just said.
Next up, we have Farhan Lalji, TSN.
Travis, can I ask you specifically about Vegas' speed? They seem to be one of the faster teams in the league, maybe relative to what you saw last series. St. Louis certainly has their strengths, but speed seems to be one for Vegas. What challenges does that pose for you guys?
Yeah, I think with Vegas, they got a lot of strengths. Obviously, speed is one of them. They've got skill, size. Team that, like I said, not everyone, but there are a lot of people that probably picked Vegas as one of the finalists for the Cup. And, yeah, they're a good team.
Jackie Spiegel, Sporting News.
Hi, Travis. You were a member of the 93 Islanders that beat the Penguins, the two-time defending Cup champions. Sorry about the dog. I was just curious, did you draw on that experience? Sorry, hold on 1 second.
All right, don't worry about it. It's fine.
He went in his moment.
People want to muzzle me too, so don't worry about it.
I'll start over again. So you were part of the 93 Islander team that defeated the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion. Yeah. Did you draw on that experience this time around playing the Blues? And if you could just talk a little bit about what that experience was like for you back in 93 with Al Arbour as well.
Well, I think you always draw from different experiences, whether for me as a player or coaching or even coaches that I've played under. But fond memories of that team. No one gave us much of a chance to get into the playoffs, never mind reach the semifinals. And Pittsburgh was a overwhelming favorite. I don't think anyone gave our team a chance to win. And it was a close group, that group of Islanders, and they found a way to get it done. So, as far as what I take from that from now, a little bit probably is installed in certain things that I think, but you're always learning as you go, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Josh Clipperton, Canadian Press.
Hey, thanks for doing this, Travis. My dog's asleep, so no worries there. I just want to ask you about the concept of experience and the quote-unquote having been there before. You guys have some Cup pedigree with Beagle and Pearson and Toffoli, but your young core didn't have much or any experience, playoff experience before this summer. There's only 20 guys with rings that are still playing the playoffs. Do we sometimes in hockey or sports put too much emphasis on experience?
Yes and no, I guess. I think it is good to have experience in ways. And also sometimes maybe it helps you when you haven't and you don't know any better. But I think that sometimes depends on the individual, the skill level of the individual, kind of how they tick inside. I think people can get nervous in situations that they haven't been in before. But also some people thrive on situations they haven't been before as well. And I think it's a little bit different for everyone, but it is nice to have a few guys that have been there before. But it's also nice to have some young guys that are excited to play and excited to compete and win and understand, in their own way what it takes to win. They've all played big games before and understand that. We got a lot of guys that are excited to play, love winning, and they got a lot of confidence in themselves and our team.
Dan Rosen, NHL.com.
Yeah, Travis, one thing that's come through in just hearing you guys and watching you guys is belief. Like there's a lot of belief in your team. How does belief become tangible? And like what you're seeing from your team, how does their belief in themselves come through in their play?
I'm going to try to answer this the best I can. I think it's something you can talk about. something once in a while you can teach in certain situations, whether you've won or lost. You know, our team, when we play well, we've beaten a lot of good teams this past season. You know, I think as a coaching staff, we're honest with our group. Sometimes we lose a game and we play a solid game. You know, you can have one of your better games and lose. But in saying that, you can not play so well and win. So, I don't know, belief is just installed within your group. I think part of it is talking about it, and not just the good things either, being honest. But I do think that our group has confidence in themselves. Going back to the beginning of the season, when we met as a team and had open dialogue, I don't think there was a lot of people that, you know, I don't think anyone picked us to make the playoffs this past season. And yet inside our locker room, to a man, I think we felt that we were capable of making the playoffs. And I think the belief started there. But obviously you've got to go and play and improve as the season goes on. And I think we've slowly done that. I like our game right now. And I can tell you, we believe in ourselves yesterday and we believe in ourselves today.
Jeff Patterson, TSN 1040.
Travis, the schedule is what it is. There isn't a lot of turnaround time. What are the challenges from a coaching perspective of being all in and focusing every ounce of energy on the St. Louis Blues, and then, you know, having less than 48 hours now to get your team ready for that next opponent?
Yeah, I don't worry about the things I don't control, J-Pat. I know our team's going to be ready. We'll meet with them tonight. We'll reset. We'll be open and honest with our group about that. Getting our focus back. Obviously, it was a big win last night. Our team will be ready to go tomorrow.
Follow-up from Farhan Lalji, TSN.
Travis, Pete DeBoer earlier today talked about how you guys are a much different team than you were before the pause, and he talked specifically about your defensive awareness as being better. Where do you think that comes from? I mean, is it just something that was destined to happen in the playoffs when the stakes were higher, or you get more chance to prepare and focus on an opponent, or is there more to it than that?
I think there might be more to it than that. I think we've done some work in that area. I think our players have bought into it. And I don't think it's just coincidence that we're playing better defensively.
And we'll take a final question from Brendan Batchelor, Sportsnet 650.
Yeah, Travis, you know, certainly some of your top players and Vegas's top players are going to get a lot of attention going into this series, but at the same time, you got some great performances from further down your lineup that allowed you to beat St. Louis. And I know a guy like Tyler Mott may not score 2 goals every night, but when you look at some of the players down Vegas's lineup that have a way of impacting the game as well, how important are the guys that play in the bottom 6 going to be for you going forward here?
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday after the game. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and it's not just about one person, especially in the playoffs. Obviously, every team has players that, you know, score more, get more attention, get more notoriety, make more money. That's the way sports are. But when it comes to winning, I think you know, teams that do well, they have a strong understanding of what it takes, and that you need everyone contributing somewhere or another. And obviously scoring is one way that you can contribute. And a lot of times in playoff hockey, you'll see that there will be contributions throughout your lineup. And we got it the last few games. And again, I'm not going to overthink about it. Our guys from top to bottom want to win and want to play the right way. And when you do that, good things happen.